Okay, good day everyone. So today we're going to be installing Windows 10 into a virtual machine. So we're going to open a VirtualBox here and we are going to click add. I'm sorry. We are going to click on new and this is going to allow us to create a new virtual machine. So we click on new. Alright, so this should pop up and we can enter a name. I'm going to name it Windows 10 client. Good. And we have the ISO image. This would be for unintended install. So select the ISO image. We see that the type automatically filled because of the name, so Microsoft Windows. And we're going to change the version. We're going to change to Windows 10 64-bit. Okay, we're going to hardware. I'm going to give it about 8 gigabytes. That should be good. We're going to assign 4 cores to it. For hard disk, I'm going to create a new virtual box disk image. So I'm going to install that onto my H drive in a folder for VMs. Okay, so this VirtualBox, this image, this is going to act as our hard disk for this virtual machine. So I'm going to assign it as 50 gigabytes. That should be enough for our purposes. And so before we click finish, we're just going to go back over everything. We're going to make sure we enter the correct things. Okay, hardware, everything looks correct. And the hard disk, everything is correct. So we click finish. Right, so we see now on the left, we see that we have Windows 10 client virtual machine. And let's launch it. So power the VM up. Right, so a window opened with our virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine failed to boot. Okay, so there could sometimes be this error where the ISO does not load. So what we're going to do, we're going to in this pop-up here, DVD, we are going to select the ISO file. So the one we're going to be selecting is for Windows 10, and I have this right here. I'm going to mount it and we try to reboot. Okay, so virtual machine is beginning to install Windows 10. Okay, so we entered the Windows setup. I'm going to check the language, time and currency, keyboard method. Luckily for me, all of these match. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click on install now. Okay, so we're going to activate Windows. So if we have a product key for Windows 10, we would enter it into this box. But we don't have one, so we're just going to click on I don't have a product key. Okay. Good. And we're going to install Windows 10 Pro. So select that and then we click next. Alright, we reach the software terms. You can give this a read. I'm just going to accept and click next. Okay, and because we haven't installed anything on this virtual machine before, we're going to click on custom to install Windows only. And in this window, we are going to assign our hard drive to Windows. So we click on the hard drive, and then we come down here, we click on new, and we click apply, so that allocates all of the hard drive space towards Windows, and Windows is going to partition going to separate that into two partitions, a primary and a system reserved partition. So we click on the primary partition, that is partition 2. It will be the larger of the partitions, and then we click next. And now Windows is going to install this media command. Okay, so once our installation is finished, the virtual machine should restart, and we will come face to face with this screen. So this is just a setup for Windows 10. We start with the region, select our country, and we click yes. I'm going to choose the United States, and then we click yes. We choose the keyboard layout. Again, I'm going to choose the US layout and click yes. I am not going to add a second keyboard layout, but if perhaps you needed a second keyboard layout, you could add it here. I'm going to skip this step. Okay, and now we're going to, because this is our own virtual machine, we're going to set up for personal use. Click next. Okay. So now we get add an online account. I am going to instead be creating an offline account. So I'm going to go into the bottom left here. I'm going to click on offline accounts. Limited experience. Okay. So now we're going to name the computer. I'm going to name it client1 and click next. And I'm going to create a password for it. And then we click next. So, and we're going to re-enter the password we just entered into this window now. And once we do that, we click next again. We're going to create security questions. And click next. So now we have some privacy settings. Um, I'm just going to disable all of these, but when you are installing, you can go through them separately to choose what you are okay with sending to Microsoft. I'm going to disable all and then click accept. Okay, we can customize our experience, but I'm just going to skip this for now. Let Cortana help you get things done. So here you can enable Cortana. I'm going to click accept. Cortana is Microsoft Windows uh, voice assistant. And now our setup is approaching the end. Okay, and now our setup has completed, and we have a Windows 10 virtual machine set up.